I'm sorry, I know you don't like being on camera.
You hated the trips. You hated the conferences. You hated the other YouTubers bogarting my time.
So today I want to talk about a video that has fascinated me for a long time, and this is Boogie2988's Darkest Francis sketch. And I put Francis sketch in heavy quotations because this blends reality and fiction all over the place. It's honestly a disturbing video to watch knowing all the context. This video was released on December 21st, 2018, and it's titled Boogie2988/Francis Loses His Mind. It's not lost media or anything like that. It's totally available to watch on YouTube right now, and Boogie is not trying to cover it up at all. But it did come almost exactly 1 year after he announced his divorce on YouTube, and came within the whirlwind of a lot of hate that Boogie was getting from detractors on Reddit and YouTube alike. The video opens up onto Boogie in the psycho room at Jesse aka McJuggernugget's house, and it opens up very much in universe. Like, you can tell that this is a skit. Boogie's in the room, Jesse's trying to get him to leave, but Boogie does not want to leave. Boogie is also like doing promotion for this graphic novel that McJuggernuggets created while simultaneously insulting it and saying that it was Boogie's idea and Jesse stole it from him. It's typical McJuggernuggets fake storyline type stuff. Boogie then signs off in his normal fashion, falls asleep in a corner, and then Francis wakes up in the other corner of the room.
Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Francis. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think Boogie's doing so good.
Francis then rages about McJuggernuggets ripping off his story, and then we get something that we've never seen before. Boogie starts talking in both his own voice and Francis's voice, having a dialogue between the two.
I don't need you here. No, I disagree. I disagree. I think you assaulted his mother about 10 minutes ago. Things are getting a little out of hand. It's just a prank. It's just a prank. What kind of prank is this? What kind of prank is this, okay? Read the writing on the wall! Read the writing on the wall! No. I'm in control. I've got this. I'm in complete control. Me and Jesse are friends. What kind of friend lies to you about a book? What kind of friend cuts you out of everything? What kind of friend edits you to look like a lunatic in his videos, huh?
So don't be fooled. The beginning here, they're arguing about very much in-universe stuff, about him assaulting McJuggernuggets' mother or something like that. Some sort of storyline thing that I'm not 100% familiar with, but the conversation between the two, if you can call it that, quickly transitions into talks about Boogie's real life.
Listen, okay, listen. This is not the first time I've had to clean up your mess, but it better be the last, okay? I got this taken care of. Are you gonna trust me? I'm not gonna trust you for anything, okay? You're the one who destroyed everything, okay? You're the one who's ruined my YouTube career. You're the one who takes over on Twitter and makes me tweet all of this awful. You're the one who takes over on the live streams and makes me say these things that ruins my career. Character assassination. Are you familiar with that term? Because you are the gunman. You are the gunman that pulled the trigger.
So this is where it starts to get strange. The Boogie character in this case is blaming Francis for inflammatory or offensive tweets that Boogie has put out there, inflammatory or offensive statements he made on live streams that were actually starting to fuck with the public image of Boogie at this time as the Mr. Rogers of the internet, the nicest guy on the internet. That facade was starting to fade away, and it seems like within the context of this video, he's trying to blame it on Francis when he was not actually in character when those things happened. And I don't think that the real Boogie2988 in real life in this skit is trying to convince people that it was just a character that he was putting on. But what my question really is what does Steven Williams, the real Boogie2988, want us to take away from this video? Because I think it really is up to the viewer. So I highly recommend everybody watch this video in its entirety on its own and then come back and let me know. But let's continue.
You got it wrong. I agree, one of us is a piece of but that ain't me, buddy. You don't know you're a character. You're a character. You're a thought. You are a distant bubble, okay? I created you. I dreamt you up one day, and just as easily I can make you go away. Do you understand that? Do you have any understanding of what this actually is? Oh, you know what happens when we die. You know where we came from, okay? What is this? Oh, you know whether or not it's a simulation or whether or not there's a God, huh? You're in fucking charge? You're in some level of control? Is that what you're trying to tell me? You know what the is going on? Little mister, I tweet stupid and I blame it on my disease. Little mister, I say stupid to the stream and I blame it on my disease, okay? I'm not the disease. You are! You're the disease!
So this is once again a massive fourth wall break for Francis or Boogie or whatever the fuck is going on here, because that was a major justification that Boogie would make at the time. When he would tweet out something stupid or say something stupid on Twitch, he would kind of blame it on this idea that he was depersonalizing or dissociating, whatever you want to call it, and that he wasn't really in control of what he was doing at that time, and it was a symptom of his PTSD. The strange thing is, Boogie would continue to use this explanation for years to come when he would make a mistake in the public eye, sometimes in later years referring to it as an anxiety attack or an autism meltdown. So it's strange that he would self-awarely call himself out for this behavior here, only to continue to do it, but I'm guessing that maybe Francis is just the uncharitable voice of the detractor in this video, but things will continue to get more gray and more blurry.
Well, I got a plan. I don't know if you're gonna like the plan, but it's gonna help clear up this little mess you made up here in Jersey. And then maybe we can start working on a YouTube channel when we get back at home. Alright? But for now, you're gonna have to trust me. I don't trust you, dude. I have never trusted you. You are the most untrustworthy person on the planet. Do you understand that? You're an actual sociopath. You're an actual psychopath. You are the reason she left. Okay? And you know that. Yeah, Boogie, I'm why she left. I'm also the only reason you found her to begin with, okay? Okay, you win. You win.
So this is what I'm talking about with gray and blurry, and this could all be chalked up to, this is just a really poorly written sketch, but it seems as though Francis is no longer being painted as the uncharitable audience or something like that, but Francis is a stand-in for Boogie's dark side, or maybe just the character itself, because Boogie's saying that Francis is the reason why his wife left, and then Francis is saying, I'm the only reason she was here to begin with, implying that his YouTube fame, the character on YouTube, is the only reason he got into the relationship at all.
You're in charge. What do we do?
Alright, well take a look to your left, okay? I packed you a little bit of lunch.
What is... Jesus Christ. I'm not eating this.
You're not supposed to eat it, idiot. That's for later.
Okay, alright.
So I'm not 100% sure about this, and you can watch the full video on its own and let me know what your takeaway of it is, but the implication here, from what I understand, is that there is an item that could end a person's life within this bag, which really starts to take it away from like, hey, this is just a fucking Francis joke, like funny haha fun times, this is a sketch, like it takes it to just an extremely serious place.
How do I know I can trust you?
You don't have to trust me, buddy, okay? I got a friend you can talk to. Well, look right there.
She's here. I'm sorry, I know you don't like being on camera. How have you been? Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to know you're happy. I miss her too. I know you're tired of hearing it, but, I'm really sorry. Come on, she's here. Is there anything you want to say?
God, the whiplash in that cut from Boogie talking to the effigy of his ex-wife to then asking Francis if he has anything to say. It's just a really strange experience, and this is where my brain just starts to melt into some sort of goo.
Well, what do you want me to say? I don't know what I'm supposed to say to her. Well, she's an actress to me. She's just pretend, all right? You tell me I'm a character, she's a character, right? That's my sister, I guess. That's how you wrote it, right?
So just for some added clarity, the Frances character that Boogie played had a sister that was played by Boogie's ex-wife, and she would be the one behind the camera, sometimes talking, but always filming the Frances videos. And Boogie actually filmed one last Frances video, Frances Gets Abandoned by His Sister, where he also did an emotional outburst as the Frances character. It was actually a hard watch for me at the time. It was in March of this same year, 2018, that this video was released, and it was just an extremely dark video. I think I still felt bad for Boogie at this time. It was kind of hard not to watching this.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to say to you. I mean, things are still going along pretty good. I've been doing a lot of videos. Boogie brought me back. I'm doing Fridays with Frances. Every Friday, new Frances video, though. I don't know. But you know, life just kind of kept going on. Oh, I wish you would talk right now. I wish you would say something right now. You know? Couldn't you talk? Can't you talk? Huh? I built you. I put you together. You got a mouth. So you're gonna talk? Are you gonna talk? Are you gonna talk?
So yeah, that scene is always very confusing to me, and it does get worse as it goes on, but once again, I have to ask, like, what did Boogie2988, Stephen Williams the man, want us to take away from this video? And just a heads up for the next clip that's about to happen, he's also talking as the voice of his ex-wife, as this Effigy, and it sounds kind of similar to the normal Boogie voice, but it is his wife.
You know, you're the reason I left. What? What? I said you're why I left. Shut the up. Nobody asked you.
So within our cast of characters, the effigy of Boogie's ex-wife is now telling Frances that he is the reason that she left, and I am once again asking, what are we supposed to take away from this? Is it that the dark side of Boogie is the reason that she left? Is it that the uncharitable audience is the reason that she left? Or is it that somehow the actual character of Frances is the reason that she left? And now there's like a hard cut to Boogie with the camera in his face, and it's very different. I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about, but I'll play it so that you can try and make something out of it.
Well, here we are. A collaboration you guys have been waiting on since 2016! Frances versus Psycho Kid. Frances and the Psycho Family. Frances and the Psycho Room. Is that what you guys wanted to see? You wanted to watch us go crazy? As you wish.
So Boogie is now pulling it back a little bit and being like, oh yeah, this is still a collaboration with me and McJuggernuggets, Frances versus Psycho Kid. Yeah, it's all just fun jokes, fun characters here.
You wanted to watch Boogie become a psychopath. That's what we call him every day on your little Reddits. He's been waiting for him to up.
So it's interesting that Boogie brings up Reddit here because yes, Boogie did have detractors on Reddit for years, specifically on this subreddit r/SamandToki that would collect evidence, both circumstantial and very solid, to hurt Boogie's character, but this actually wouldn't come back to haunt him for another 9 months before Christopher Tom made the first big, like, multi-million view video on the fall of Boogie2988 when he started losing subscribers, covering a Reddit mega thread on all of the negative evidence against Boogie. So that might sound like a random side tangent, but I think it's important to note that even before another creator brought that Reddit sub-community into the spotlight, Boogie was talking about them himself, both in videos and on Twitter, and as we all know, the more that you talk about your detractors, the more emboldened they will become.
Why, excuse me, miss. May I have this dance? Oh, you know how to Fortnite dance? You want to floss? You want to learn to floss? Huh? Is that what you want to do, huh? Hey, Merry Christmas. Guess what you got? We're going to Disneyland. Oh, you got Just Dance. Gonna be okay. Yourself. Just Dance. Gonna be okay. Go yourself. Happy Easter! Here's your bowl of carrots! It's another Thanksgiving ruined by you! It's another Easter ruined by you!
So I don't know how we got from Fortnite dancing to another holiday ruined by you, but I wonder what he's trying to say with this. Like, once again, the possibility of just a very poorly written sketch is always there, but what was the intention of this? He's saying that she ruined these holidays as the Francis character. What does he mean by that? Because let's like pull it back to either just trying to be funny or just trying to confuse his fans with this video. Why include those things? They just seem like very strange statements.
It's another Thanksgiving ruined by you! It's another Easter ruined by you! I really loved you. I really did. And I know you really loved me. Well, I know you loved him. And I know you hated me. You hated all of it, didn't you? You hated YouTube. You hated the fame. You hated the fans. You hated the trips. You hated the conferences. You hated the other YouTubers bogarting my time.
So I thought he switched back to the Boogie character for a second, but I guess he's been Francis for this entire speech. But once again, why are we bringing these things up? Like, I get that the premise is like, oh, Boogie's losing his mind, he's going crazy, everything's, but like, why bring this stuff up? It just feels really strange, especially to a person and talking about a person that, at least in his nice guy persona on YouTube and even within some Twitch streams, he's trying to present that he has like an amicable, friendly, they still talked sometimes relationship with. And to give Boogie the slightest benefit of the doubt, there is this McJuggernuggets and Kid Behind a Camera formula of blending the personal life with fake sketch content, where they will like pretend to their audience that something really bad personally is happening, but then it turns out to just be a sketch, and at the end of the week, a couple videos later, everything is fine. So maybe he was trying to do that same real life and sketch content blending, but I just think it comes off so much differently for Boogie because this woman is not in his life anymore. She will not be a part of any more sketches in the future, and he's just seemingly pulling out dirty laundry from their relationship, even if it's a joke or part of a sketch.
When I met you, I was a 600-pound man on disability. All right? Look at me now! Look at me now! And you know what? You're the one who did that. You're the one who did that. You're the one that came into our life when we had given up, when we had given up hope, we'd given up on ourselves, we'd given up on our career, we'd given up on our job, and you took us out of that bed where we were ready to die, and you helped us work every single day. You helped us develop me, not just Boogie as a person, not just me as a character, but you taught us how to live when we were ready to die. And everything we have, we owe to you. Does that make you feel good? Does that make you feel superior? Does that make you feel loved? Because it made me hate you. And after all that, you took it away.
Okay, so like, huge just what the fuck moment. Like, yes, he is still in the Francis character, which adds this layer of illusion to everything, but it sounds like he's giving his ex-wife a lot of credit, and then he's just like, yeah, you feel big and fucking cool and important because you saved me at my worst point in my life, but that's made me fucking hate you, especially since you left me. Like, it's just, if this is all a joke, if it's all a sketch, it's just way too close to home, you know?
Take a look at me now, 'cause I'm just an empty space. There's nothing left here to remind me, just a memory of your face. So take a look at me now, wow, 'cause I'll be standing tall, and you coming back to me is against all odds, but that's what I gotta face.
So We've seen Boogie do this a couple times in this video where he does something really serious and then he's like, oh wait, let me make this a clear joke. Let me make a big clear joke here so that they think that everything is a joke. And I think it comes off really strangely at best at this point in the video.
You know, this is it, right? I've held on long enough. I gotta say goodbye. Why is it so hard? Is this what you guys want to see? You want to see crazy? I can show you crazy. Doesn't help. Doesn't make it feel any less painful. Just miserable as I've ever been.
So yeah, destroying the effigy of his ex-wife. I think the best faith interpretation of this is like it's a representation of some shrine that he's built her in his head, that he's holding on to this idea of her, and now he is destroying that idea of her so that he will not fixate on it as much. And then he says, it doesn't help. It doesn't actually help. It's still as painful. I'm still as miserable as ever. I'm more miserable than I've ever been.
Hey, buddy, you gotta calm down, okay? All right, this is actual crazy, all right? They're gonna think you're threatening somebody. They're gonna think you're hurting somebody, okay? It's styrofoam. Someone would have to be an idiot to think it. No, that's the thing is, that's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with actual idiots, okay? That's the thing. You're dealing with actual psychopaths. That's who watches your content. Not all of them. Most of them are pretty normal. Most of them are pretty healthy. Most of them have a brain in their head. But some of them don't. And they'll use any excuse.
So even though we're in a sketch right now, this is extremely emblematic of a problem that Boogie had at this time and would continue to get worse over time, where he would have a very large part of his audience that just liked him, thought he was cool, wanted to see his content, wanted to see him do well, but he would fixate on that smaller part of his audience that hated him. And sadly, that hater part of the audience would grow, and the people that liked him so much and looked up to him would shrink over time.
Any excuse to kick you while you're down. And they don't need a lot of reasons. Because you already gave them plenty.
So how do we get out of this? How do we fix this? How do we fix this?
I told you, Boogie. Time to eat your lunch.
So once again, invoking something extremely serious. The concept of eating his lunch is him eating whatever was in that bag, which, as I stated previously, seemed to be an object that could end a person's life.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. That's the only way out. Can I talk to you off camera?
Yeah.
Hi guys. What's up? We're Francis. Ugh. Are you sure this is gonna work? I don't know. I mean, I'm about as sure of it as I am anything. Which is to say, not at all. You know? I hope it works. If not, we're gonna get killed on this one, buddy.
That'd be so bad?
Depends on who you're asking. If you're asking me? Nope.
And if it doesn't work?
Hey, whether it works or not, it's content. There's one thing I'm sure of. They're gonna love it.
So now he's saying that doing this drastic thing with his life, hey, at the end of the day, at least it'll be content, and some people are gonna love it. And once again, we need to circle back to what was Boogie's intent with this? What did he want us to take away? Because obviously he wrote it all down, he acted it out, even if some of the feelings were based on something real, you know, they were recreated and dramatized for this, but he wanted us to take something away from it. It wasn't supposed to just be, oh yeah, this is Psycho Boogie, like it's clearly deeper than that on some level.
Cock-a-doodle-doo! Jesse, wake up! We're waiting for you!
I may as well read it again. Dedication. This book is dedicated to my family and my best friend, Ella. None of this would have been possible without them. Should have said Francis. Special thanks to Evan Weiss, Mike Brown, Cole, Jebediah Schultz, and the Kickstarter Juggies, and not Boogie for some fucking reason. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It's a pretty good book.
So after invoking the idea of ending one's life, we switch right back to a bit. We go right back to cock-a-doodle-doo, wake up, Jesse. Hey, Jesse made this book. I didn't get referenced in it, even though it was my idea. And it's just a really strange way to end the video, because I think, as opposed to anything that McJuggernuggets makes or Kid Behind a Camera makes, you know, these kind of emotionally driven, based on real life sketches, this is way more intense than anything they've ever created. And I'm not gonna lie, as a person that watched Boogie for years, I was never really a fan of the Francis content or any sort of scripted content from him, but this, as a form of performance art, it's actually kind of intense to watch. Like, it is a enthralling experience. It's deeply uncomfortable. I think the parts that are supposed to be funny are not very funny, but that's kind of beside the point. It's all the parts in between the funny parts that I'm the most interested in. And I wish I had the exact insight into Boogie's brain of what he wanted us to take away from this, or what he was trying to do with this. My best guesses would be something like trying to make detractors feel guilty for putting him in this mental state. Even if it's an act, it can, you know, garner some sympathy from people. Maybe he was trying to, like, get through to his ex-wife on some level, because in previous videos he tried to garner some sympathy from her. Maybe he's trying to drag her back in a little, but then that doesn't really make sense, because he says a bunch of horrible things in there, but he's as the Francis character. I don't know. It's a mind-twisting fucking piece of performance art. I gotta give Boogie some credit on this, but please watch the entire video on his channel. I will link it down below. I only cut out certain parts just to make it a little bit quicker, but I didn't cut out anything relevant, and I tried not to even cut out parts where he was trying to be funny, because I thought that they showed some important contrast between what was kind of more real and what was just a joke. Also, feel free to let me know if I'm taking this all way too fucking seriously, because I know a lot of people are going to have that opinion, and you might be right. Have a good one, drink a lot of water.